Okie dokie. We are back playing Nuclearers. So, well, I've been told that there is now corrosive action implemented in the game. One of the main things is when you add the boron or the boric acid to your coolant, it is recommended to have the primary coolant circulating for it to mix correctly. Because if you don't, otherwise you will notice you'll notice the trying to get my notes up here. Get my notes. So yeah, it's recommended to have your primary coolant circulating while you're adding boric acid to the coolant. Obviously, like I said, to mix it correctly. Otherwise, when you activate the pump without Okay, that's way too loud. Whoa. Yeah, my first mic cut out for some reason and then stopped working afterwards. So I'll have to fix that later on. I don't know how much of that information you actually heard, but what I'll do is I'll go through it again so you can fully hear what I'm saying. I am going to keep an eye on my mic bar in the within the streaming software. So I'll get the note up again. So many of you that obviously have played the game, you probably already know this, but when you add boric acid to the coolant, it is recommended to have the primary coolant circulating to mix it correctly. Otherwise, when you activate the pump, you may notice a change in concentration. Which won't be a good sign because it's not mixing correctly. But as I started this streaming, I've not had the reactor running. It's still in shutdown mode. Because I'm pretty much testing the hotfix that was released today. So when there is no coolant circulating within the building, in the treatment building, the ion column should not be emitting sound when there is no coolant present or circulating. However, at the moment, I am filtering the boric acid from my coolant, because all I did was added it to the coolant and then started to filter it to test out it's pretty much to test out to make sure that the sound doesn't emit the sound when there's no coolant. But it's also to test out the cleaning procedure for the treatment plant. So at the moment, we are literally just filtering the boron from the coolant into the ion column. I have got the primary coolant at 100% while I'm filtering out the boric acid. So the process should be a little bit quicker than normal. Hopefully a little bit quicker. I will be reverting to the chemical treatment module nucleargame.blogspot.com form about the procedure for cleaning the ion adsorption column, because I'm going to follow those steps to do the cleaning cycle of the ion column. That great big thing over there you see, glowing green. So we're going to let this just do its thing. Don't think there is much else I need to do at the moment besides just keeping an eye on the concentration. So the pump is at 100%, as you can tell by the speed of that it's going. Like I said, I don't really have much else to do at the moment. Nothing is actually working, like running. However, during the recent patch, well, the recent update and then the patch released, you have a thermostat on the pressurizer now. So how it would work is you would turn on the thermostat and turn on the heaters as normal with the heating selected power. You can leave the heaters on while the thermostat's on, and what it's going to do is it will regulate the pressure and temperature automatically. So it's one of those things that you just turn on, set up and leave. And then you can... What's going on here? So this is the other thing as well. With the batteries, the consuming light isn't illuminated even though you're consuming the batteries. So I'm going to quickly go and fill up Gen 2 while the boric acid... well, that's activated for all I know. Why the display is not lighting up. The fuse seems fine. We'll probably get, we'll probably grab ourselves another fuse as well, just in case. No, can't use the elevator because we're on battery power. Or the battery power is completely depleted. So I'm going to fill up the gen set. Why has the coolant stopped circulating? That's a bit confusing. So, oh yeah, we're going to get an extra fuse just in case that the fuse is broken. Don't jump down the shaft of the elevator because you'll get stuck. There is no reset position currently for that. We want to be on floor 1. we need to go this side. I'm going to take that fuse out and I'm going to replace it with the new one. No, the new one. Let's drop that on the floor. And we'll add this. Probably won't do anything. Now, where did that other fuse go? Right, so wait. Well, I'm stupid. It's because we haven't got enough power for the panel to show up, because every other panel is active.
The reactor core coolant has started to circulate.
So yeah, it wasn't the fuse at all. I just forgot that the generator wasn't running. So yeah, remember, when your generator's not working, don't expect your panels to work. It's not the fuse. Oh boy. Okay, how is this doing? Are you powering back up again? Yes, you're powering back up again. So when the pump is back to 100, we should be able to continue the filtration, filtering the boron, which is working. Good. This needle tends to go quite slow, but I do have primary coolant at 100%, but it's still going up because we lost power and everything shut down on us. Just where I didn't have the reactor running. Well, even if the reactor was running, we would be getting power from the turbine. The electric turbine, not the steam turbine. So, I don't know why I'm looking over here. Right, pump 3 is back 100%. This is still going to go down. Now, I could stop it here and then start the cleaning phase, but it might break the system. Everything seems fine. Everything's in good order. I'm just double checking. That's got no pressure or temperature. That's because we haven't turned it on. Yeah, everything seems fine. Coolant's fine. Core's non-reactive. We are not producing. Right. So it's pretty much now you can stand under the water, but not for too long. You can do it quickly, but not too long, because you'll drown. So I'll probably let this boric acid out all the way to 0, where there is no boron concentration. Of course, it's going to take time. It's not going to be a quick procedure. But we must always remember, when you're cleaning, to shut these main valves. Now, I don't know if the lights have been put the correct way around, because when you, say for example, if you was to close the inlet valve, it would say that the outlet valve was shut, which I will note to the developer when I get to that point. But for now, we are just filtering the boron through the pump. Now, when the full implementation of this plant, well, I keep calling it a plant, but this building, if all is well, you should be able to purchase the pumps and then upgrade them, which makes the process a little bit faster. But at the moment, because they are the default stock pumps and you can't obviously repair or upgrade them, you literally will just have to sit it out and wait for the boron to be filtered. So we're just going to let it filter through because we haven't really got much else to do. Everything else is off. It is a bit of a waiting game, but if you're like me, you get used to it and you gain more patience when doing it. Now, if you are watching this stream, then you can stick around and watch to the point where I start the cleaning phase of the ion column. So apparently it should be working now before the patch was released. And this is what this stream is all about. It is pretty much testing to see if the sound stops emitting when there's no circulation of coolant, and to use the procedure for the ion column. But like I said, the process is going to be quite slow because obviously these are the stock pumps and they're not able to be purchased or upgraded as of yet. So you just have to sit it out and wait. I have a lot of patience. I know some people don't. But at the end of the day, in the real world, if you have been assigned to filter whatever solution from the coolant in a power plant, then you have to stick to that department and make sure everything is running smooth, where there's no fault with pumps and all that good stuff. Now, when multiplayer is back up and running for the game, if you are playing with friends and other people from within the Nuclear Res Discord community, you can easily assign some of the players to a particular role. Because normally, yes, you would have a couple of people in the control room monitoring and other such things. You will pretty much just keep an eye on a system or a panel that you've been allocated while the main operator would deal with the reactor core itself. Especially someone that has operated the power plant for some time and they know how the reactor works. So the boron is still filtering from the coolant. I'm going to take that out of full screen just because it's still going. So yeah, we are literally just filtering the boron from the coolant. And then once that is done, we can proceed with the cleaning procedure of the ion column. Oh dear. I might do something outside of the game while we wait. So I'm currently tapped out of the game at the moment, while the filter of the boron is still active. There we go. just outside of the game, just doing something for an overlay. I could probably use stream elements to create an overlay. Instead of having to use Canva, because it doesn't update with Canva. So I'm going to new overlay. Yep. Add widget. Text. Duplicate that. No, not bookmark. Can I not duplicate? Okay, I can't do that. Game overlay. Copy that. Do that. Can't see it very well, but I'm going to change the text on it. Not the text, but the color. What text shall we go for? I think that one looks nice. Can't see it very well though because I need to add some sort of background maybe. Position and size. I'll bring it down to the bottom. Probably about there. Text is not very readable at the moment. I should be able to add an image. Set image. Pictures. I haven't got many good pictures. Submit. Okay. Probably not that high. So I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to plot it over the top. I'm going to have to get the text over the top of it. Edit the text size. Making sure that fits perfectly well. The background is just so you can actually see the text. Let's try that. It looks a bit weird, yes, I know. So I could probably get use Canva and make a background, a pure black background. And then I will download it as a PNG. Let that download. Pictures. That'll be good enough. And come into stream elements. Nope. Setting, change image. Load. Now the size of this doesn't really matter. It's pretty much just a background, so the text can be seen. Bring that across. Then highlight both of them if I can. Both down. And you're probably wondering why I'm doing this. This is because I'm letting you know that what the current procedure I'm doing, and when I update it and click save, it updates automatically on the stream. So at the moment we are doing the step that is currently on screen. For simplicity. The boric acid is still filtering from the coolant. So yeah, that's what we're doing at the moment. Trying to get the lid to open. Ugh. God blimey. There we go. Ouch. Yeah. Oh dear. I'm going to take that off of there instead. Yep. Temporarily close that. So obviously there's not much to talk about at the moment apart from the cleaning procedure of the ion column should be working. Process is a bit slow, but we'll get there eventually. So if you just joined the stream, we are currently just filtering the boric acid from coolant, and then we will try and start the procedure of the cleaning of the ion column. I think that's the boric acid filtered through. Might as well go and turn off the primary coolant system. Set it back to 50. These are off.
Reactor core coolant has stopped circulating.
Let's go with 10. Now we are going to start the process of the cleaning the ion column. Verify manual safety valves closure. Ensure that manual safety valves are closed. If cleaning the solution enters the cooling circuit, accelerated corrosion of metals may occur. So we've closed the safety valves. Open the NaOH tank valve and close water valve. Water valve closed. Open. Activate chemical treatment building circulation pump to start the circulation of the chemical treatment building to circulate the NaOH solution through the ion absorption columns. Utilize the absorption capacity chart to monitor the cleaning procedure. So that's just booting up. So we have got to refer to the ion absorption capacity column. Utilize the absorption capacity chart to monitor the cleaning procedure. To the boron removal. That will be this chart up here, not the light. Then when that's done, we've got to close the NaOH valve after boron removal. Once the accumulated boron is eliminated, close the NaOH valve and open the water valve for the cleaning phase. I do see that there's not much boron in the ion column. So I think that is all the filtered boron on the column, I think. Can't see any more of the green lines. So now we will close the NaOH solution to the absorption capacity. I'll be back. Okay, back. Close NaOH valve after boron removal. Once accumulated boron is eliminated, close the NaOH valve and open the water valve for the cleaning phase. How do we know How much now it's dry. Um, hang on. No, wrong bloody. Gonna just send something to the developer. Developer might not get back to me, but I'm not sure if the pump is meant to be operating while the hydroxide tank is closed. I'm not sure. I might be doing something wrong here. So I'll see what the developer says. So at the moment we're just waiting for a reply from the developer. He is obviously busy modelling other things as well, so I don't expect him to get back to me right away. Because also the developer was testing it out before they released the hot fix, so they probably know how the system works. That's right. Now I'll see what could be happening in the meantime. Please test the pump at minimum power. So minimum power being slow or medium? Slow, okay. So he wants me to test the pump at minimum power. Matt Riley Creative. Is the chemical control panel in the chemical building? Control panel in the chemical building, or has been added to the main control room now? So there is one panel inside of. There is one panel inside of the control room, which is pretty much these three displays plus the concentration dial and your current thingy digits here, and also you only have this panel and that panel inside, and you have all of these at the bottom in the control room of the reactor. You won't have the cleaning pump panel inside of the control room. Only the filter pump, the dosing pump thing panel here, and then everything else here. Pretty much everything on this display will be located in the control room, apart from the cleaning pump that's not there. So I might just send him the link to my stream. He might not watch, but it's worth a shot, because that pump is grinding away. Like I said, he might join, he might not, it depends. There might be a little bit busy to tune in on the stream. I know they're busy modelling something, or the tank filling system. So it's on slow, 25, and it's still saying it's dry. Safety valves are shut. That valve's closed, that valve is open. I don't know why the pump's saying it's dry. Because when you've got this pump running, when you have the sodium hydroxide open, the pump works fine. But as soon as you close this valve and open this valve for cleaning phase, the pump does not like that at all. And of course we can't repair the pumps because it's not available to repair. So that's probably wearing quite quick. But I've done what the developer said. Try it on slow. Like I said, they might be a bit too busy to actually take a look at the screen. That pump does not like that noise. But I don't know if the the column don't seem to be lowering, but I don't know when the cleaning cycle is done. I don't know if that green glowing stuff is meant to stop. So, Matt Riley Creative, if you can't see it, you would have to enable it on the simulation. But the module is not compatible with previous saves. You have to start a fresh new save for the panels to show up like they are for me, because this is the one in the chemical, in the building itself. And then if we quickly go over to the control room, no, wrong floor. We'll get to the right floor first. But yeah, once you have it enabled, it should show up on this panel here. Like I said, you pretty much see everything else from the building itself, but the only thing you don't see is the cleaning pump panel in the control room. Yeah, for it to be shown, you have it's obviously unchecked boxed by default. You have to manually activate it. Take a screenshot. Whoops, I didn't need to minimize that again. I'm probably going to turn that off for now. So the developer's trying it right now. Something must have gone wrong with when he was trying to fix it. So in the meantime, it's not the end of the stream. You can stick around, chat away if you want, because there may be another patch for the column thing itself, if the developer is able to find out what's gone wrong with it. I am closely monitoring Discord DMs as well. But Matt, how is life treating you anyway? Might as well just chat nonsense. because we can't really do much else at the moment anyway. Might as well update the tagline in the bottom left corner I've probably spelt that wrong, but many of you will probably know what I mean by postpone. Because this stream is pretty much just testing the cleaning procedures for the ion column. It needs nothing too special. Ignore the mistake. Might as well shut the water valve. Because I don't know if there's still... I would open up the safety valves, but I'm not sure if there's still residue from the hydroxide, and I don't want it going into the coolant because it will cause problems for the pipes. So I'm going to keep those closed for now. So if you just joined the stream, the developer is currently testing the cleaning procedure for the iron column because something has gone wrong. Because when you close the tank, the sodium hydroxide reserve, once you've closed that and opened up that, the pump should not be displaying dry on the control panel. Because I was told to test it in slow mode, in the slowest mode, and it was still screeching away saying it's dry. So at the moment the current procedure is postponed. Like I said, there might be a patch, there might not be a patch out today for it, depending on how far the developer can go to getting it operational, I assume. But at the moment they're just testing it because something's gone wrong. So I am closely monitoring my Discord DMs as well as looking at chat. So pretty much a waiting game at the moment for anything new. And load the text down. I'm not too worried about that at the moment. So we're not really operating the plant at the moment. I might get AO to do some maintenance recording. I must remember you can't use the elevator when you've got no power. I tend to have the tendency of going to try and get in the elevator. I'm going to get AO to go in overpowered mode. I think I've already upgraded this one. Yeah. What floor? Might as well shut some of these panels down. So we're not using a bunch of electricity. We're consuming a total of 203.4 kilowatts. Might as well temporarily turn this panel off in here. No, with the mention of something's gone wrong, it's basically going towards the treatment building, because I was testing it out to do the iron column cleaning, and I posted to the developer that when I've closed the NaOH tank and opened up the water tank, the cleaning pump was saying it was dry, and their reply was something may have gone wrong. So that is why I've put postponed, something might have gone wrong. Because the plant's not really, I've not really got it in operational mode, it's in shutdown mode. But at the moment, the developer is just testing the code for the ion columns, and I'm closely monitoring the DMs and the live stream chat as well. I've just got AO to do a maintenance report. Gives him something to do. I'm not paying him not to just sit around here and do nothing, eh? Well, yeah, it is a funny way of facing it, you know. That's why I thought I added it, because I thought, the developer said something might have gone wrong, so I'm going to add it as a tagline. So I'm obviously not trying to bug the developer too much, because they were busy earlier they were trying to model a pump, modeling the pumps for the next phase of the game. Not going to say what. Top secret. Like I said, there might be a hotfix, there might not be a hotfix today for the ion column. If there isn't one today, then it will be delayed until tomorrow. I'm gonna give the developer a bit more time before I even message him. Yeah, so at the moment we are pretty much playing a waiting game. I hope so as well, because this like I said at the start of the stream, pretty much this stream is just testing the ion column cleaning procedure. But you know, some of these things that the developer has to test and patch, you know, behind the scenes of a game development. Now, I don't know much behind the games of development, but I do know, because I am learning to be a game developer myself, I do know that there is a lot to it than what people know.
Operator,
Especially
report is complete. Now you can check it from your tablet.
Especially when you are trying to bug squish things. I'm currently trying to find a suitable charging port, because my mic receiver is flashing red at me, meaning that it's about to run out. But I don't think I can have it on I don't think I can have it charging at the same time as it being connected. So my mic might end up disappearing, but if that is the case, I will chat away in the live chat. I need to find which slot it is at. That one. Now I've got the charger connected to the receiver. It stopped flashing red, but I think it might be good. Oh, let's tab back to the game. Accept. Let's see what reports AO has given us. Pumps 3. Pumps 3 integrity. Wear 7. 0 wear. 0, 0, 0. 100, 100. 100. No contaminated areas. 100. 100, 100, 100. 99% for the generating set. Generator 2, which is the one we've currently got installed. I've not long sold the old one, the default one. That's 100. 4 of 4. Nowhere. So we can get you to do the electric group.
Operator.
I
I'm
think
going
that's
to
about
start the
30
maintenance
minutes, not
tests.
30 seconds.
During this time, I will not be able to respond to your commands.
Because I believe how this works is it will take 30 minutes, and if these digits are changed, it's 1 hour and 30. I think that's how it works. That's me guessing. But yes, if you haven't done so yet, I know it's a pretty much a slow stream at the moment, but I can only do what I can do. But yes, subscribe, like, and turn on that bell, but make sure you select all notifications. The lights will help me out a lot for the video, or well, aka the stream, to be found a lot easily on the YouTube platform. I do try and give out content as much as I can. I do try and stream from day to day. Sometimes I might have some days off from streaming, and that's just me purely just gaming, that type of thing. I don't really follow a schedule because it will be too much time consuming, and if I even have a schedule, and if I'm supposed to stream on that day, then anything could happen on the day, even though I said I'm streaming on this day. So I don't really bother with the stream schedules at the moment. I just stream when and whenever I can. I do have many other games as well on my Steam library, but the main focus at the moment is Nuclear. Not many other games I play have been updated since I did a last review on them. But even though there's no actual physical gameplay, like we just stood here, we can always have a conversation on the live chat to try and keep interactive. Well, content creators like me to keep interactive with the audience, aka yourselves. Yes, I already found the bug and I am not correcting it. A hotfix will be released shortly. Oh, hang on, no, I spelt that wrong. No, I read the developer's message wrong. Yes, I already found the bug and I am correcting it. A hotfix will be released shortly. That's for the ion column cleaning phase of the building. The valve is not working, even though it says open. It is actually closed. So it appears that the water valve, when you have it open, it's still saying it's closed. Hence the reason why the pump is obviously dry and grinding away at you, telling you off, saying I don't like it. So there is going to be a hotfix shortly. I'm going to monitor Steam as well to see when that pops up. Obviously, if it doesn't show up straight away when it releases, I will have to reset Steam. And then I will be able to update the hotfix. And then hopefully we can figure this cleaning procedure for the iron column together. Yippee! Iron column fix. Don't know if the patch is released. Michna. I can't pronounce your name, I do apologise. Has the patch already been released, or is it currently being released? Because to me it sounds like the column fix.
Operator, maintenance tasks have been completed successfully.
So I am still monitoring not Discord, I'm monitoring Steam now to see when that pop-up comes. Like I said, if it doesn't show up, I'll have to reset Steam. Which I might do that now, just in case that it is there, but it's just not showing. So there is going to be a black screen for the time being. And I'm going to reset Steam. Because sometimes when a patch comes out, Steam doesn't always let you know about it. So I'm currently loading up Steam again. Waiting for network. And then it's going to log me in. Let me have a look. No, the patch isn't there yet. So he's probably still packaging it before releasing it. But we'll leave the game closed for now. I'll see. We're not ending the stream here. I'm just going to switch over to that screen while we wait. But yes, Steam can be very funny at times when it comes to patches. Sometimes you can get away with it coming out straight away and popping up on your unscheduled, but then sometimes you have to restart and it's annoying. It's a pain in the backside. But we are still here. We are still talking away. See, the main priority of a content creator is keep interacting with the audience. That's it. Because if a YouTuber doesn't interact with their audience, it hurts their analytics for the channel. Because I've watched some videos and I've watched some streams where they're literally just playing and not talking. okay, some of my streams and some of my uploads don't have me talking. That's because if I don't talk, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm not interacting with the audience. Hence the reason why in some other streams you'll probably see me see my messages in the live chat, because one, my mic's charging, two, I'm having mic issues and I can't use anything else, so I just revert to texting messages in the chat. So I'm still currently waiting for the patch. Now, it might not come quick, but don't be fooled. The stream is not finished yet until I mention it. So I'll restart Steam again, just in case. And we will see what Steam says. Whoops. Yes, I do have dual monitors, so I can monitor two things at once. I do have a third, but my third would be my TV. So I could have OBS on one screen, Steam on the third, on the second screen, and then the main screen would be my gameplay. So there's still no current patches yet, but like I said, they're probably still packaging it before releasing it. Or they could be in the middle of correcting the code and then releasing the hotfix. See, that's the thing. When some developers don't normally have people DM them, but if you have respectful manners with a game developer, not all, but some, you will end up bonding what shall I call it? A relationship as such, not like a full-on relationship, but you know what I mean. But like a friendship type thing. And if you're respectful to the developer, they're going to be more than happy to talk to you, regardless. Unless they're busy doing something with the game, and you leave them a message, don't expect them to message you straight away. Give it time, because they're probably busy modeling or fixing something. It's all about time consuming. Has Steam... Oh, yeah, I've already loaded Steam. Who is still watching? I know there's one person still watching, but I don't know who that is. Is that you, Matt Riley, or is that you, Nash Whaley? I am monitoring also my YouTube studio as well. Do 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 do. I'm just going to copy that message from the developer and post it in the help and questions section of the games Discord community. And the cleaning pump says, why? I have mentioned to the developer before. I've posted some of his messages in the help and question section of the game Discord. Seems okay with it. Obviously, if he was not okay with it, I would not do it. Oh, Matt, you came back. I know all of you are probably thinking this is very slow, but like I said, I can only do what I can. We're currently, for the new people who have just joined the stream, we are currently waiting for a hotfix to be released regarding the ion column and the valve issue of the water tank when you are doing the cleaning procedure in the chemical treatment building. I might as well go ahead and create an invite to the games Discord community, because some of you might not already be part of it, but that link is the Nuclear's Discord community. That is if you have the game. You can join the community if you want, because there is different sections. Like you got the community section, nuclear power. Basically, the nuclear power category means outside of the game, and obviously you've got a section just purely for nuclear as the game itself. So it depends on how big the issue is. For all I know, the developer could be right now finishing off the fixing of the code and packaging it before release. I don't know. I can't see behind the scene like that. I only know what I can only say what the developer says to me. That's all I can do. I would show it on screen, but I don't know. I'm going to show the DM between me and the developer. Now, I don't normally do it. Now, if he doesn't like it, I can always not do it again. Let me just fix the fit to screen. So this is the conversation between me and the developer of the game. We've been talking a bit about the new ion column. Pretty much the basic old, find a bug, telling the bug type thing. Nothing too fancy going on. It's just a general, it's just a general discussion between two people at the end of the day. We're all humans at the end of the day. We all talk to one another. It's nothing like speciality going on. Yes, I obviously have changed my channel profile if you've not noticed. It's pretty much a screenshot from outside of the power plant itself, where you've got a bit of the building and then a bit of the, the smoke tower. Of course, I will eventually revert back to my original profile pic But I only changed the profile pic because it's regarding nuclear res at the moment. That's what I'm covering at the moment, is nuclear res. So I'm going to have a look at Steam. F5, nothing comes through. Restart Steam. And let's see if anything comes up this time. Let's have a look. No, there's nothing there, so he's probably still working on it. So if that is the case, what I'm going to do is I'll launch the game back up, but this time I'll disable the Chem module until that bug is out before I can proceed any further. Might as well hide the overlay there. Move that back to screen 1. No, but exit option. Let's turn that off. Save, reboot. So we're literally just going to start up the reactor like normal operations. That way we're not all just sat around looking at a be right back screen. So I've disabled it, so that's not going to be there. Let's get the panels online. And now I can also show you the thermostat and the heaters for the pressurizer. So first of all, get the vacuum on. Leave that at 10. Turn the condenser on to fill up the coolant level. We'll leave that as it is for now, but we'll leave it at 50. Turn on, actually I need to put some resistor banks inside the second resistor. Before I forget. I think the construction's fixed. I think the construction is working. Not working, but finished with the construction. Turbine 3, no, turbine 2 is still in construction. There's the condenser, that big thing there. I think that is the pressurizer. No, I don't know what that is. It might be a pressurizer. Okay, so we've got that. Oh, we might as well connect 2 and 3. Might as well connect those 2. Go over here. Turn bypass on. Then we'll get some accumulators. I do overstock on these, so whenever I need to replace them, I've got more than enough. So let me get these inserted. Just like that. Connect it, and then turn the bypass off. That one's not connected, but we can connect that anyway. I think that is everything in here. Apart from turbine 2, which is currently under construction. AO's just happily stood, well, not stood, but sat there, looking at walls. Come up here. Now, I figured out, I've actually looked at the diagram very closely here. Now, many of you have probably looked at this diagram. And it pretty much just shows you where the condenser is positioned and where the turbines are positioned, and then the steam generators, which I believe are these big things here. Steam generators. No, we haven't inserted the core. We must insert the core.
New operating mode established. Terminal mode.
We'll get this on. Thermostat on. Heaters. Why is that not turning on? Okay. So, instead of just the thermostat being turned on, you have to turn the heaters on at the same time. So that I'm going to leave at high. And what's going to happen is, when it gets to the operating pressure and temperature, this dial will go back to 0, which means the heating power, because the thermostat is controlling this automatically. So we don't need to worry about that. We need to get the circulation going. Don't overfill the condenser. I've already done that.
Has started to circulate.
But it's fine. We'll connect 1 and 2. Now we will wait for the pressurizer to get up to optimal pressure, and then we will start to raise the rods. Might as well switch that to automatic. The batteries are charging. I'm going to set the batteries to charge with the turbine. I'm going to limit the battery charge to the turbines. Now, of course, there is a bit of a bug with when it says it's charging when you have switched it over to the turbines, even though that the turbine isn't actually producing anything yet. It's going to be like that. And the same goes for when you are using the batteries. The consuming light will not illuminate, but this will go down. So at the moment, even though it says it's charging, it's not really charging, because we've only limited it to the electric turbine to only power it or charge it when that gets power. One thing I am going to do as well is, once we start producing power and we've got up to the voltage of the bus, I will turn off resistor banks 1 and 2. And then when I come to shutting down, I will turn resistors 1 and 2 back on. Because you're not really meant to use the resistor banks within normal operations. They're only there for emergencies. So technically you would have them on when you're starting to produce power. Then when you've got the power stable, switch them off. That way you're not going to be focusing on this screen and letting this overheat and then blow up on you. That's where I look at it. Because if you end up blowing them up and you are in shutdown mode, you have got nowhere for the accumulators to store the electricity. So the vessel is, see what I mean? Now the power has gone back to 0 because there's no power, because the thermostat has said, right, you're in operational parameters, let's turn the heaters off and run as operational. Now we can bring up. Now, if I was using boric acid, I would have to raise them a lot higher. But because we've temporarily disabled it, we don't need to worry about it. I need to focus more on the energy generation and the steam. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Wait. I was going to say I haven't even filled up the level of number 2 yet, but that's still got construction on it. So when that gets to temp, I'm going to have to closely monitor this.
The reactor has reached critical mass.
Because if you
and
do
its
it
status has changed to reactive.
if you do it too late, then it's not going to catch up. So I'm probably going to bring it down to 40. Going to monitor this. When that starts lowering, I am then going to turn on number 3. There. Turn on. That's set to 10. Turn that off. So now that we've got that on, it will go down, but then hopefully it will catch up. If not, we can go to about 45. Now it's going to catch up again. So that should be okay. I have no bypass valves open whatsoever. I forgot. I've probably left the authorization a bit too late. But we'll probably keep this at 95 just for it to slowly creep up to temp, and then by then hopefully we should get a message from the authorities to connect. Like I said, once I've managed to get a stable gen output,
Warning.
I will
Danger alarm.
turn off. Yes, we know we're off the electrical grid. I'm going to closely monitor these as well. Generators turned off because we are now getting power. I might as well turn that maybe back to manual, because we shouldn't drop any power. How is this doing? Creep it up a little bit more to about 49. Maybe a little bit higher. It's jumping a little bit, but it's okay. 0300. It's currently 0200, so we've got about an hour. Construction of generating turbine finished. Is that the... Yeah, that's the other turbine. So what I'm going to do is turbine 2 is going to have full bypass because it's just going to throw everything out of sync. I'm going to stick with steam gen 3. So I'm bypassing number 2 and going straight to the condenser. You still dropping. Got about a couple more. Trying to get it into the green, preferably. This isn't. Why is that? Very high temp, reduced movement. Hang on. That's because it's an excess. No, no, no. Why is the synchroscope not playing? Come on. For producing enough power, you should be starting to rotate. But you're sat there doing nothing. What else are we missing? No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, I know why. I know why it's not doing it, because we haven't got to 300 yet. That's why. Ooh, how are these doing? I'm gonna probably turn the bypass on to about 50. For Gen 3. Because we don't want to go too high, because we'll end up starting to overheat our resistor banks. That one's at 22. So if we're not careful, that it's going to blow very quickly. Can I turn you off? I'm going to turn these off. I'm going to overload resistor bank. Right, I've turned those off because I don't want them blowing. I don't want the turbine to even go. Turn down to about 40. That should start lowering the gen. Number 1 still creeping up, even though it's not connected. I should have probably requested connection before even raising the rods. You're still a bit high. So this will creep down, but hopefully if I can get a stable generation of electricity before connecting to the grid, we should be okay. As long as it's not going to go too high and overload the electric generator and the turbine. There might be a point where it says repair required. That's just because it's been out of service for some time. If that is the case, then I can always shut down the reactor, but not request a shutdown maintenance because I have not got the breaker closed. So it's still going down. We don't want it dropped to 0, 0, 0 because we'll end up losing power. This is doing fine. I'm going to switch that to medium. Let's send Al to his charging dock. because he's not going to be able to operate the rods as of yet anyway, because it's way too high for him to operate. The only time you'll get AO to control the rods is when it's in normal mode. Anything above or below that, he's not going to control the rods. How are we doing over here? A little bit. Go to 15. I will have a check in a little while of Steam and for that patch. Right, I think we're slowly starting to get stabled power. It's not dropping dramatically. Let's change that to 40. No, that's a bad idea. No, no, wait. Is it going to level itself out in a minute? Still raising up quite high, but then lowering again. So if we bring this down to about 30. Bring this up to about, say, 43. Because we don't want to overload our generator and cause it to blow up. O2 47, and we've just gone to O2 48, so we've got a couple of more minutes yet before we can start synchronizing and closing to the grid. You're still high. You are going down in temp very slowly. How is this doing over here? That's fine. It's 25 on the dot. That's good enough. As long as if we don't go into the red on both sides of the steam generator, it's fine. This is still slowly going down. Pumps are at 30%. Still got that reduced due to high temp, but that is going to come down. Yeah, I've already purchased it. Right, that's good. As soon as that hits normal, get him back online. As soon as that hits normal, I'm going to get AO to control the rods. We're still in the 3000s. Going up and down with the generator power. Eesh. No, wrong way. Oh, almost. We're not sinking yet. How is the... Are we safe to turn these on yet? Probably not. Yeesh. This ain't doing anything yet. 34.2, 24. Now we're at stable RPM and power with 8. Now repair required. Like I said, what I can do is, instead of requesting maintenance shutdown, I am going to scram. Going to open up the bypass. I am not going to close the circuit. They should come down. Get the generator back online. Set to 100, set to 100, set to 100. Open up the vent valve. We're going to leave that pressurized. If we end up lowering the pressurizer, we end up getting steam in the reactor. Have that open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be open 50%. That's 100. That's 100. That is back down to 20 along with that. So disconnect those. 100.
Operator,
100. Oh, I
turbine
forgot the
generator has
condenser.
been out of service for an internal failure and requires maintenance.
Might as well turn the feed
There are
water
no
pump on
turbines
as well.
available. Start the maintenance protocol as soon as possible.
Get AO to go and do a
I'm going to
maintenance
start
report.
with the analysis of the situation of the plant.
So the temp is going to jump in the internal pressure, in the internal temp. But as you can tell, I have...
Danger alarm. The integrity of the turbine power generation has fallen below the operating limit.
We need to turn that off, I think, because we're feeding steam into the generator, and it's just...
Danger alarm.
High pressure steam gen 3. Yeah, we're not worried about that. And then if I go over here, and then, well, the evaporation chamber is already opened up to 50. Feed water loop's not working. It's overloaded. It's 100. Just double checking. 100, 100. Off, off. 100. Off. 100. So at the moment we are cooling down the reactor. That is what's happening at the moment. Might not be very quick because the temp will jump on the internal temperature. While we're doing that, I'm going to have a look at Steam and see if the patch has been released. There's nothing to be shown yet. I can't restart Steam because we've got the game running. What's grinding? Something something's grinding. Something's making a grinding noise. Might be the condenser pump.
There are no turbines available. Start the maintenance protocols